last speaker at this end will be Paul Fleming from who's a Labour councillor.
Comrades, friends, I go on lots of marches and rallies, and most of them are all about the fundamental change of society, the restructuring and the rebalancing of power from the few to the many, and changing housing policy, changing the way in which our economy is structured. They're the big utopian ideas, and that's important. And I'm sure that's the reason why lots of people are here now. So I voted for Jeremy Corbyn in 2015, 2016, and why so many people voted for him and his manifesto in 2017 as well. But this application, as Maria and the previous speaker have said so clearly, is not just about those big questions. It's about the clear policies and promises that this council has made to the community. The bare minimum that we have tried to do within a difficult context is being ignored by the private developer of this site. And it is not just about them meeting some technocratic argument as the council officers have recommended that they have done. It's about them doing it in a clear and transparent way that is apparent to every member of this community, whether it be the man on the Clapham omnibus or the woman in the lift at the Elephant and Castle station. Let's be clear, there are 5 very, very important messages that you must get across to members of that committee as they enter Tooley Street tonight. First of all, it is about the provision of social housing. 35% of the housing on that site should be affordable, of which 50% should be social. That is 17.5% of the development. That is hardly revolutionary. There has to be at least 10% affordable business. But when I understand affordable business, I understand it to be for the traders who are currently there now. So ensuring that they have a transitional plan so their businesses and families don't just move away and die off is not acceptable. It has to be a transitional deal for them. But fundamentally, we have a question about the way in which that social housing is managed. It will be managed, the 33 units out of 900 odd will be managed by a private company, not the council, not a housing association, but a private company. And that is not acceptable. That is not what I understand as social housing in my borough, in my community. And finally, to slightly misquote, it is not just about bread, but it's about bingo too. It is about ensuring that the cultural activities on this site are not merely an art house cinema, not merely bits and pieces for new residents in this borough, as important as they may well be, but providing continued provision of important social community activities like bingo and bowling. And that is a straightforward articulation of what we believe working people in this borough deserve. So let's be very, very clear when you speak to them, let's be comradely when we speak to them, but let's be uncompromising. There are 5 things we want. Those 5 things are already promised by the council. This is not utopian, this is not out of the ordinary, this is the bare minimum. And to cap it all off, the last thing I'll say is the bit that I don't understand most of all. It's that this development, according to Delancey, is on the cusp of viability. The cusp of viability. I don't understand how something on the cusp of £154 million worth of profit is also on the cusp of viability. And making that clear is absolutely critical. Thank you for coming tonight. I hope you'll stay with it. I hope you won't be too disappointed if you don't get in the room. Make a noise if you don't, because it makes a massive difference. Thank you very much.